Hey everybody, this is Tanya at Hummingbird Paintery, and this is my segment of Craft Round the Clock from 6:45 to 7:30. So I thank you for coming on. I am supposed to be on 2 minutes early, just in case there's a lag in between. So today I'm going to make like this little birdhouse, and it's going to be on a fence board. I went ahead and I cut out the two little holes up here that I'm going to put a little rope through to have a holder for that. And then I've got another piece for the bottom. Hey, Miss Bonnie, thank you for coming on. So I'm going to set those to the side because what I want to do first is this mold-a-wood from Katie, Crafting with Katie. I got some of this and I made some of this mold from that mold-a-wood. So I want to use that for right here and on the top of this little birdhouse. I got this recently from an estate sale, I believe. It was either that or a store. I don't know. I get so mixed up. Hey Tracy, how you doing, girl? Thank you so much. Hey Lori and Miss Bonnie, how are y'all doing? I'm so glad you caught me live too, Lori. So I had already cut out this little bird right here. I say cut out, but this is actually some clay. It's a surprise to see me. I know. Yesterday I said that I wasn't going to come on until today instead of coming on yesterday, Bonnie. So that's the reason why I'm on here today, because I'm going to be on Craft Round the Clock. So anyway, we're going to paint this bird. And then we'll put it on our little birdhouse. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this. This is easy to cut just with scissors. This is some good stuff right here. But what I'm going to do is cut it to go here, here, and across here. And I've got two pieces. This one I kind of cut already. I'm just using regular scissors. And I just cut the little sides off if you got a little extra on the side. That way it's a perfect little thing to go here because I want to paint the whole thing. And I don't want it to not have this on there. So I want to paint it cream color. And that way you'll see the bird real good. And the backboard being a dark color like this, it'll be a lot easier to see. So I'm going to use this piece. It goes almost across it, so it's good enough. But see, it's got little flowers on there. And so we're going to use that and then cover it. And I'm going to do the same thing here. So what I'm going to do is kind of go off the edge of this just enough so I can cut this at an angle. So I'm going to try this. Because we don't want it to have that poking out right there. So I want to make sure that I get it right on the edge. And there should be enough left to do it. Y'all did what? Yes, definitely we did. That was such a good thing. And I thought that Tracy did an excellent job trying to get all of that together. Hey there, how are you, Maureen? I appreciate you being here. I'm going to cut this like that, okay? We're just going to make sure that we take enough off of there so we can have it. And then I want to do the same thing here. I'm going to make this and then just go down. Let's see how we do. I'm going to cut this part off first. It's good to see you, Maureen. Thank you for being here. All right. So that is like that. And let me see here. We're going to... Now, I thought I made one up. There it is. Okay. I want to make sure that we got it at the right angle. So... we're going to just cut it just like this, okay? Now this is one piece right here, and it's going to be right here like this. Hey Anita Needham, how are you doing? So this way it's off the side here, and we're going to cut it right to here. So now we're going to do the other side. And what I did was, let's see, we're going to do it just like this. And then we're going to go on this side just to do the line. That way it'll be easier for that. And I'm going to cut this off. Okay. And then we're going to go from this corner, which is almost just like that. Okay. So now we've got both pieces. And this stuff is pliable and you can cut it. It's so cute. And I just thought that it would be cute to put this on the bottom. Just like this. Okay, so what we're going to do is take hot glue and our glue, wood glue, and we're going to put it on here just like this. Okay. Now I'm going to put a little bit like that so we can have it on here, and then I'm going to just set it right here, and we're just going to hold it for a second. Hey Mary Beth, thank you for watching today. I appreciate you being here. We don't want to put too much so it goes underneath it, so I'm trying just to put a little bit of this glue on there. And then you want it to back up to this. And get it as close as you can. It doesn't matter if it's perfect. I don't do anything that's perfect, really. I don't think anybody does. So this is what it looks like right now. Very cute, right? And now we're going to do the same thing with this one. And then I'm going to put some hot glue on here and put it on the bottom portion. Just like that. That's just an extra piece that I had. And so we're using it for the bottom of this, okay? Now, while that's drying a little bit, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the bird, okay? So what I want it to be is kind of like a blue bird, but we're going to use more of this color, kind of like my shirt, instead of, it's a different shade of blue, but I just don't have that particular blue. So I should buy that blue when I go to the store, but I don't ever think about it. Hey, Cruz Ortega. How are you? So what I'm going to do, this stuff you can paint it, and I'm just going to take this and we're going to go over the bottom and do that part first. Hey, Michelle. First time watching in Little Rock, Arkansas. Well, I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, a couple hours from you. And I am living in Texas now, Michelle. All right. So you can't really see, but it was kind of dirty because this has been sitting on the counter here. But I'm going to go ahead and we're going to put a little bit up underneath here. And I just left the white kind of on here, and we're just going to do it like this, okay? I'm trying to blend it into the white. And just doing it like this. Okay? And now we're going to take the blue, which is the majority of this. I better shut my marker off here or it's going to dry out, right? There we go. Get it out of the way. Now I rinsed off that because we don't want it mixed up in here. And then we're just going to put this over here, kind of around the eye. just like this. We're going to put a little bit of white right around the eye. Now, this could just be just a generic type of bird. You don't have to, you could do it any color you want. But we're just gonna kind of take a little bit of white. I think I'm gonna make it a little bit lighter, and that way when I put some more color on there, then we can put the darker color on. So if you're ever buying paints and you can't buy but one, make sure that you get the darker color. Thank you, Miss Janet. Because you can always make it light by doing a little bit of white. And then you've got two paints. You got the lighter one, and then you make it darker with the darker color. So make sure that you buy the darker color if you can only afford to get one. Okay, so I put the white with this, and what I'm doing is just kind of tapping this, but see how it's lighter, okay, than I had it. So what we're going to do is take this brush and we're going to go in this darker color. Hey, Lolita, how are you doing, girl? So good to see ya. So we're just going to take part of this and we're going to make it a little bit darker. Like right there. Look, it blends into my shirt. Thank you for sprinkling. So now I'm going to make it, just tapping it on here with a little bit of color, of this darker color, just to give it a little texture. I want this one to be dark. All right, then we're going to just dry that a little bit. I'm good, Miss Lolita. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing well. So we want to dry this real good. And then we're going to take our black. But what I'm going to do first is do the white. These are my pieces right here, so let's see. I'm going to take this and we're going to do the white over this eye because it's going to have a little bit of white. So we're going to go over it with the black. What we're doing first is just, we're going past the eye. And I'm going to have to do it a little bit with the blue because this is too thick. But you'll see what I'm doing. Just kind of spreading that white just a little bit to give it a little bit of dimension there. Okay, just to give it a little color around there. This brush is not good enough, really. When you're doing little bitty areas like that, you need to make sure you have a pointy brush, and I didn't do that. I've used these to death. So, all right, we're going to take black. Let me wash all that water off of there and dry it a little bit. It'll be pretty. We're going to take this and we're going to do the bill. And it's okay if it turns a little bit gray right there. We don't have to have this perfectly black for the little bill or beak. All right. So that's that. I kind of don't want it severe. Now we're going to take this and we're just going to, if I don't have a fuzz on here. There, I got it off. Thank you, Miss Janet. So I'm just going to take this and we're just going to go right on this little dot right here where the eye is. Trying not to breathe there. But see how the little eye has a little bit of white around it, okay? And that's kind of the way it is. Now the black, I need a smaller brush, but I'm going to try to go up just a little bit. Just like that. See how I went just past that a little bit, just to give it a little bit of a beak look. Hey, Miss Tina, how are you doing? Now, I'm also going to go right up under here, just slightly. Okay, see where the wing and the body go together? I put a little bit of black under there. Thank you, Miss Janet. Now I'm also going to do it right in here, just slightly. And right in here where this is separated. That way you can tell the difference in the layers of the bird. Now I'm going to take this brush as well, or one of them anyway, and we're going to just put a little white dot in the eye. So we got to make sure that this doesn't have water on it or it'll mess it all up. So make sure that you squeeze that out of that. And I'm just barely going to touch on here. And put a little bit right on the beak. All right, that way it looks a little more realistic, okay? So we're going to dry that real quick because I do too. I love birds, LaFern. That's one of my things. That's the reason why I'm Hummingbird Paintery, because I love birds. I love hummingbirds. I love bluebirds. I love cardinals, chickadees, all the things, you know? All right, so we're going to set this over here to the side. And we're going to paint this. This should be on here pretty good. I'm pushing it a little bit. And we're going to paint this because I don't like green. And it's too dark for that. So we're going to do it, you know, creamy color, which is this plaster. So what I'm going to do, we're just going to paint the whole thing. Let me get that little glue boogie out of the way. And we're going to paint this whole thing, including this top. So I'm going to use kind of a lot because we got to get in these little grooves. Now we're going to use a little bit of stain, or whatever you want to call that, wax, to try to bring out some of these little indentions in this mold. I know you bought a lot of things from me, haven't you, Lolita? I know you love them too, because I sure do. I love me some birds. I just can't keep everything I make, though, you know? Anytime I see something like this at an estate sale or a garage sale or whatever, I always buy it. But see, this is going to be a lot better on that darker board. Y'all let me know when it gets to be closer to 7:30 because I don't want to go over my time. I'm trying to get in there. Don't want to get on my shirt either. 8 or so inside. Oh, really? You bought that many? I didn't know. I know a lot of y'all have some of my things. Now I'm going to go ahead and go over this little piece too, where it perches on there. We're just going to cover the whole thing. It's probably going to need a second coat here. But I'm going to try to, I think the top's pretty good. Except for right here. We haven't got that part yet. I'm going to go ahead and do it as well. And then we'll finish the bottom piece after we get the top dry. Probably should have put some on the paper plate. All right. And we're not really going to see this side, so we really don't have to do anything right here. Just the part that we're going to be able to see. You love cardinals? I do a lot of cardinals, especially at Christmas. I got one over there now that I want to do this Christmas. Which I could, I guess, do it for Christmas in July before July's over with, right? Now we're going to dry all of this, and then we'll do a second coat and dry it, and then we can do the bottom portion. Let me get this out of the way so that doesn't dry. Yeah, cardinals are some of my favorites. Ow, that's hot. Yeah, this definitely needs 2 coats, because look at that. You can see the lines through there. Hey, Pamela, how are you doing? Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. Let me get this out of the water. You have Uncle Sam, Lincoln Squirrel, Paint of a Deer, Cardinal, Hummingbird, Chickadee, Bluebird. You got everything, hadn't you? Look at there, I forgot this side. I did this side and didn't do this side. You got a little bit of everything. All right, let's see here. Now I think that I'm not going to put it right where the little perch is, but right next to it. When I do it. Get that little boogie off there. And we're going to do this side again. I got to do this side. That way we can do the bottom part. So far. Yes, no telling what I'll do next, right? I'm all the time doing bird things. I can't get enough of that, I have to say. All right, let's make sure that we got all of this covered where I don't see any of that green underneath. We'll see how we're going to do. I don't know if I want to, well, it'd have to be darker if I was going to use rub and buff. So I think I'll just stick with the wax. All right, let's see. Let me do a little bit more right in here. Maybe I need to go this way with it. All right. Let me dry that and see how that is. I love birds too, Miss Lolita. All right, now we're going to do the bottom part. I need to do another auction. I got so much stuff behind me again. I'll have to do it soon because I don't have any more room to put anything. I've started putting things on the floor. All right. Now I'm going to do this just one more time right here because I missed it the first time, one of the sides. Let me get this part, this side over here. We're going to have to dry this and then do another coat. Let me see here. A big sunflower. Yeah, one of my sunflower things I'm giving as a gift tomorrow. I need to pay attention. Dang. Oh my goodness. All right. Now, that's the flat sun. I keep wanting to say a sunflower. The birdhouse. Now we're gonna take a chippy brush. There could be more packed away at the moment. Could be. Hey, Miss Della, how are you? All right, let me get this out of the way just for a moment because I need a wipe. We're going to clean this up right here. And what time is it? 12. We got plenty of time. Trying to get all this off of there. Not getting sound on notifications. I'm sorry. I did send out a post earlier saying I was going to be here at 6:45. But I did not send any telegram like I normally do. I was watching some of the videos on there. All right. So maybe check it again and see if you're getting notifications. All right, let me get a chippy brush. Where is it? We got this. We're going to put this up. And we're going to take some of this wax by Bear. And I'm trying to find something to pry this with. And we're just going to put a little bit we're going to take some of it off. We're not going to keep it like that because it looks kind of bad. We take this wet one. I just want to show it a little bit. We don't want to get too much. Some of this is a little bit too thick, you know. Just enough to show the little flowers. I don't know, I guess we could do the sides, but I don't want to put too much on there. Just enough. Right on the edge. Just like that. See where you can see the little edges? We can put a little bit under here. That's about it. I just feel like it's enough. We don't want to put too much. Hey, Miss Janet. Hey, Mary Beth. How are you? Thank you. Get that out of the way and my brush back where it belongs. It's good to see y'all. Thank you for being here. All right. Let's see. Just a little. This way just kind of looks like a little bit of a dirty. Don't want too much. There we go. All right, just like that. Hey, Lulu, Crafting with a Purpose. How are you doing? It's good to see you here. All right. So what we're going to do is put our little bird on here. And we're going to get some of this. Hey, Jane. Thank you. How are you doing? All right. Get all this stuff out of my way here. Little birdie. All right, what we're going to do is take this, and I'm going to try to poke it through this hole. Hey, Miss Jerry. How are you doing? We're going to just twist this until we get it right here, and we're going to put a knot in it. We don't want it too big. And then I'm going to cut this excess off. Thank you for painting the page. I want to make sure that we just have a little bit sticking up. We don't want a big handle. So I'm going to make it like this. It's good to catch you live too. Or you on my live is what I meant. All right, let's see here. There we go. So now it's going to be like this, but I'm going to cut these pieces off so they don't look silly. Okay, that way it's just a little bit up here. Ooh, 102. God, I thought it was hot here in Texas. I don't know what it's here. It's 90 something, I think. We've had 100 before. Ooh, we got to make sure that it's tight. There we go. Yeah. Make sure it's tight on here, and then we'll cut most of it off. We just want to make sure it's tight enough so all you have is a little knot on the front. So what we're going to do, time is it? We got 10 minutes or so. All right, we're going to take this and we're going to put it up this way. Oh, I got to do the bottom. because we can see this part. So let me do this. Move this out of the way so we don't mess up that. You live in Texas too, Shelly? I'm in Cuero, Texas. Here I was thinking this was going to be on the bottom, but it's not. All right, let's see what we can do. Let me dry this and then put another coat on there. We are either in the 90s or it's raining. Here too. It almost was a little chilly the other day, which was weird. And it's just because it was so hot here, and then it, you know, got chilly from the rain coming in. It was weird. Let me get a little bit more paint. Don't want too much. Just to make one more bunch. There. Let's dry that. I know I got a lot of Texas girls. It is crazy weather. Crazy in Texas. All right. So you're not going to see the back. Colleen. Well, I've heard of that, but I'm not real sure where it's at. In conjunction to me, I'm not sure, Shelly. All right, so what we're going to do is put this here, and we're going to glue this to this, and I probably will take a screw and go on the back of it after the live here. But I've got this piece right here. It came off of a spindle, and it actually was perfect because it's flat on the back. And we're going to put that up underneath here and make it look like it's holding the birdhouse. So let me make sure that we got it in the center here. And I'm going to move this a little bit. We just want it basically in the center if we can. So I'm going to take some wood glue. And we're going to, this little piece, I was wondering what I was going to do with it. And here we go with this. Thank you. Now I'm just kind of going in there like this, and we're just going to put it right here. Got one little piece that wants to come out from under there. It is a perfect piece. I mean, I'm just shocked. I was like, man, how am I going to cut this? Because I had a piece that had too much. Let me get that off of there. Now, I like the wood piece. I don't want it to be any different. Hey, girl. Hey, Mary girl. How are you doing? All right, we're going to do this. This part and this part are going to be together. So we're going to, if I can do this, if I still got time. I still got time. All right, we're going to do it like this. And then I'm going to put some hot glue too. Yeah, I couldn't believe my my fortune finding that piece. All right. Now really it's the top and the bottom. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. Now I will take a screw and go in there. But look how cute. I know that it's basically the same as that, but I'm going to leave it the way it is. We're going to put a little bit of moss in the little hole. I think this is almost too much, so we're going to see how this works. We're just going to take a little bit of hot glue right there, and I'm just going to poke it down. Hopefully I'm not going to burn myself, because I'm bad about that. We want that over here or something, or off of it. And we're going to take this little birdie, And we're going to stick the birdie. I think I'm going to move this around because I'm kind of getting the birdie in the way. We'll put that like that. And that way the bird's on one side and that's on the other. So we're going to kind of do it like that. Now I want to do black on the bottom here. I haven't done that yet. Almost forgot. Now we're just going to do all of this. All right. Let me dry that because it will be a hot mess if I don't. We want to put a little bit of white on it. We still got 6 minutes. So what I'm going to do is take this little bitty brush and we're going to take a little bit of white and we're going to go take a little bit of it off. I'm barely trying to touch this. Okay, and that's kind of the way little birdie feet are. See that? To make them look more realistic. And I'm going to take this and put it back in this little sheet right here. And I want to see how we're going to do this. We're going to let it hang off just a little bit. We're going to get some wood glue and we're going to put this on here. Just like that. I'm going to put a little bit right there. We're going to put a little hot glue too. All right. Because it's hanging off a little bit. I didn't put any on the beak, but I think we're good. Now we could have a little sign that says birdie or chirp or cheep cheep something. But this is it. I think it's so pretty. What else does it need? Anything? I don't know. We got 3 minutes and the next presenter will start in about a minute. So I appreciate everybody coming on today. I hope you enjoyed the little birdie and the house. It looks so different from the brown and the green. Thank you, Lolita. Thank you, Bonnie. I appreciate y'all coming on today. I don't know if it needs something right there. We could put a button on there. I got plenty of buttons. I don't know if it needs it. Do y'all think it needs a button right here on this flat part? Thank you, Gail. I appreciate you. Thank you for the hearts and the thumbs up. Thank you, Dolores. I appreciate it. Thank you, Jane. I'm glad y'all like it. I hope to see y'all next time. I don't come on Craft Around the Clock too much, but I grab a slot when I can. Thank you, Shelly. And no, Bonnie said no button. It's perfect. The bird's cute, huh? I almost did a hummingbird, but I decided to use this one before it fell on the floor. Thank you, Miss Jerry. Thank you for the hearts. Hey, Becca Lane, how are you doing? A heart? Yeah, that could do. I do have a heart. Y'all think it needs the heart? Thank you, Valerie. You think just as it is? I don't know. I'm kind of thinking it should be plain. Yeah, I'm doing okay, Becca. Thank you for being here. Not needed. Okay, well, y'all go watch the next person, not the second person, but the next person in line, okay, on Craft Round the Clock. And have a good day. I will see y'all next time on Sunday. Bye-bye.